The beginning of the movie shows a fisherman who catches a lot of fish from the river and brings them to the shore and starts cutting them and cleaning them. But there is a very strange thing here. It took a long time to get those fish out of the water. But then suddenly, a fish whose stomach was cut started moving. Then, as soon as she saw it, she started moving her whole body. Now, not only she, but the other dead fish start moving. The fisherman was quite surprised to see this, because he had never seen it before. After this, we see a sheriff in a police officer's car. A man from the same town had called, so the sheriff was going to meet him. After a while, he reaches his house and talks to him. "Tell me, what is the matter? Why did you call me here?" Then the man shows his dog to the sheriff. He was in bad condition. He was not breathing. Seeing his condition, the sheriff asks the man, "What have you done to him?" The man replies, "Sheriff, I did not do anything to him. I think he must have eaten the poison that I had put in the whole house to kill the rats. But this also does not confirm to me that he must have eaten the poison. I am just guessing. He could not be cured. On top of that, he was in so much pain. That's why the sheriff kills him with a bullet, so that his pain is also over." After which, the sheriff tells his wife when she comes home that the police have arrested our son Joseph. And also your beloved son. Actually, he was the real son of the sheriff and his wife's stepson. As the stepson of the sheriff was saying, she did not like her stepson because his behavior was strange. She says that our 2 children are in the custody of the police. So do something soon. Go to the police station immediately and get them released. Which the sheriff says, "I do not take work in a hurry. Now be patient." After saying this, the sheriff goes to his dad. The sheriff's dad was the same fisherman we saw in the beginning. When the sheriff reaches there, the dad shows him the fish that were dead and are alive again. She was jumping in a strange way. This thing was also seen by the sheriff for the first time. He says that you do not think so much about it. "Come on, let's burn these fish." To remove the gasoline can, he went to his car. When he opened the trunk of the car, he was surprised. The dog that the sheriff had killed a while ago was alive again and attacks him. Then the sheriff, as if to save his life, moves back and shoots him again. This time, the bullet hit his head, so the dog is finally dead here. After his death, the sheriff's dad puts those fish and dogs in one thing and sets it on fire, so that the root of these problems is finished, which is coming back to life after death. After which, the sheriff left here. He goes to the police station first to get his children released. Now, in addition to the sheriff's daughter, who was locked in the cell, a man was also kept with him, who has been in a very bad condition since last night. He was vomiting. Seeing his condition, the sheriff's son says, "Why don't you die?" After a while, the man vomits a lot of blood. Seeing this, the sheriff's 2 daughters were very scared. They quickly came to the door and started knocking on the door of the cell and start asking for help from outside. Hearing his voice, the sheriff, that is, his dad, and a police officer came there quickly. And the door of the cell opens, and I come inside. When the policeman sees the condition of the man, he feels that these 2 must have done something to him. When he was in such a condition, to check on the man, the police officer, as soon as he started going to him, suddenly stood up. Suddenly, he comes and grabs the policeman by the neck and puts him next to the wall. And he started hitting him a lot. He tried a lot to escape, but the man bites the police officer's chest. Seeing this, Joseph comes in to get him released. He punches that man in the face, but then that man also bit Joseph's hand. In the meantime, the policeman had gotten himself released. He picks up a rod and starts hitting that man. The man fell down. The policeman hits him so many times with the rod that the man's head is torn. He fell there. He died on the spot. After leaving here, Joseph went to the hospital to get his bandage. Then, he meets his wife. She found out that she was going to be a mother. She thinks that we should not keep this child. But his wife was saddened by this decision. and she decides to give birth to this child. Now it is discovered that there is a strange atmosphere in the whole city. The people who are dying are coming back to life, and the living people are sick. They are biting each other like crazy people. Then at night, a call came to Sharif about a similar case, in which a woman bit her little child who was just born. Sharif was very surprised. He immediately went to that woman's house. When he reached there, that woman was doing very strange things. After that, she also slapped Sharif. She falls down, attacks him badly, and bites him. But Sharif somehow gets rid of himself and attacks him with a big rod. He falls down and attacks him so many times that the woman dies. After this, we are shown the time after 6 months. Where did this reason come to light as to why this was happening? Actually, the zombie virus had spread all over the world. Because of the bite, another person would also be infected with this virus, and the virus spread like this. 6 months had passed, so the whole world was in a very bad state because of this virus. There was devastation. So in this environment, the people who were saved from this virus, they had to make a separate place for themselves. They separated themselves from the whole world and made their own area. A wall was built around it, so that no zombies from outside would come to their area. By staying inside, they were also looking for new ways to kill these zombies every day. Now it was found that Joseph and his dad, Sharif, who were brown, they had the power to fight zombies like this, because they had a special kind of blood in their blood. Because of this, they used to survive, even after being bitten by zombies every time, because their wounds spread very quickly, and the virus did not spread in the body. This ability was almost common among brown people, but not among white people. This is the reason that every time they are bitten by zombies, because of this, they are not able to fight the virus and become zombies. Sharif's second son, Joseph's stepbrother, was white, but he himself was against white people. And no white person who is alive outside did not let him come inside, because it was believed that if someone was infected with this virus here, then all the white people inside would also get infected with it. Even today, a boy who was alive is brought to this area, but he was bitten by a zombie. But she does not tell this to anyone. Instead, she starts living here quietly. Joseph and his wife were very worried, because he was talking about our child, who is now in his wife's stomach. I don't know if he is safe from this virus or not, because his wife was scared. The reason was that he himself is white, and he had seen many such cases, in which the child became a victim of this virus in his mother's stomach, and inside, he started eating his mother. Of the Secret Service. Now at night, Sharif found out that he was running out of necessities in this area. That's why he goes out with his dad and some men to get things. While inside, Sharif's second son was drinking with his friends. He lost his mind, and he goes to that girl who was a victim of this virus, which was brought here today. He started going near her, during which the girl turns into a zombie. Her condition was looking very bad. Blood was coming out of her mouth, and her eyes were looking strange. She had become very bloodthirsty. She attacked Sharif's daughter, and she picks up a piece of his body and throws it away, which hurt him so much that he started screaming loudly. Hearing his voice, everyone came there, and seeing this sight, they lost their minds. By that time, Joseph had also come, and he saw that girl and immediately went ahead, and they tied her together. Joseph and his friend took his stepbrother to his mom so that she can get him treated, because she is a nurse. But Joseph's brother knew that I was in such a bad condition that now I would not be able to survive. He started getting angry at the brown people, especially at his dad, Sharif, and his brother, Joseph, because they had brought that girl inside, who made her such a condition. Now he comes to his brother Joseph and stabs him in the stomach, and with the help of his friend, he opens the door to his area. All the zombies ran inside. After a while, Sharif was shocked to see the condition of his area. He talks to his wife on the radio. Then she tells him that a lot of zombies have entered. And they have killed most of our people. Only 7-8 people are left here, who are stuck in a room. Then Sharif tells one of his friends that you do this. Sit in the car, make a sound, and go from here. Hearing the sound of the car, the zombies will come behind it. And in this way, we will distract them. We will save people. That man did the same. When he went with the car, a lot of zombies followed him. In the meantime, Sharif and his dad went inside and saved the remaining people one by one. But when Sharif was saving Joseph's wife, he himself was left behind. Then the zombies clung to him and threw him down. The zombies attacked him badly and ate him. Sharif's head was torn, due to which his painful death took place. Now the remaining people came out, sat in the car, and ran away. But all of them were very sad because of Sharif's death. Then a woman's call came to Sharif's dad, who was going to live in his area. She tells us that here in a church, Sharif's stepson and his companions have imprisoned us, so please come and save us. Hearing this, Sharif's dad felt pity for him. And to help him, the car starts going towards the church. Now in the car, Joseph's wife's condition started getting worse. It was time for his child to be born. But then Joseph's stepbrother came, and he put a gun on both of them. Along with him, he also brought a zombie so that he could bite Joseph's wife, because he wanted his wife to become a victim of this virus. But then Joseph's mom takes the girl and shoots her from behind. Then the zombies started moving towards him. He grabs Joseph's wife, puts her down, and bites her. Seeing this, Joseph comes running here. He attacks the zombie with a knife. He cuts off his head and separates it from the body. Then, Joseph takes care of his wife. The poor woman is sad and says that I have become a victim of this virus, and now Joseph, you have to do something to save your child. Because of this, Joseph went crazy with anger. He wanted to take revenge on his stepbrother. He kills Joseph with a knife and then leaves him alive in the area of zombies so that the zombies do bad things to him. As soon as Joseph left there, all the zombies came together and started tearing his stepbrother's head off and biting him badly. By then, Joseph had run away and returned to his family. He comes to the riverbank with all of them so that he can sit in the boat and leave from here and go to the other side. But while following them, his stepfather decides that he will stop here and face the zombies, and by then Joseph will run away with his mother and wife. Joseph did not want to leave his grandfather alone, but he had to make the same difficult decision. He said goodbye to his grandfather and sat in the boat from there, and these people left from there. This boat stops at a deserted place right in the middle of the river so that his wife can give birth to her child. Because this is a deserted place, there is no danger of zombies coming here. After a while, we see that his child was born, who was perfectly healthy. There was no danger. Joseph says while holding his child and his wife, "Take your child, our daughter is born," and they are moving forward to go to a safe place. The story of this film ends here. Thank you.